You ready to start fighting for real?
Boys, we're back. Every time the bombastic nature of the world map music, it gets me. Son, you're going on a damn journey. God, compare this shit to Final Fantasy II's world map music. It's like so much more overbearing. Of course, that game, a lot of shit happens. Not as boisterous. Alright, what are we doing? If I recall, I believe the last thing we did was plunge into the heart of this volcano and destroy Marilith? Is that what she goes by now? She's still in my caller ID history as Carrie or Kali. It's an enemy whose name has changed across versions of this game, so don't be fooled. We've got to go show Bahamut that we're true heroes, son. With the proof of courage, you'll be shocked, son. This list of 10 things impresses the shit out of Bahamut. Number 5 will shock you. Okay. We could raid the Cardia Islands beforehand, and if you go in there are dragons walking around there like, oh look, the Warriors of Light. Ah, so young, so naive, running around in your pajamas and bathrobes with towels tied around like a cape, son. Look, that dragon was impressed that we talked to him. All this good shit from me. This is how you prove to Bahamut you're a hero. You're brave enough to walk into his house and just take shit. This was before that was even a cliche in like JRPGs, so you couldn't even fall back on that. What do you got to say? Have you spoke with our king Bahamut? Confers a great honor upon the brave. I hear they do not fear the grave. The Citadel of Trials. I wonder how hard it is for a dragon to get through the Castle of Ordeals, or as they call it nowadays, now that they've like got a PR manager, they call it the Citadel of Trials, son. I know it by its OG name. I'm like that guy in Jurassic World that's wearing the Jurassic Park t-shirt, and the manager lady gets so mad at him, son. There's one dragon that has his Castle of Ordeal shirt on, and Bahamut every day has got to pull him in for a PR meeting. Worms! Is that what you call the dragons that live up here, that aren't allowed to hang out inside with the proper dragons? They make sure their front doors have very complicated, hard-to-turn handles so that armless dragons can't get in. Smoked. Ah, that's good to me. Oh, this is... Is this the actual Bahamut one? I think it is. Boosh. He lives down 2 long hallways, boys. Alright, Bahamut, the supposed king of dragons. Why'd you win a tournament? A card game tournament? Mind your tongue. You look like Charmeleons! Do they not look like Charmeleons? Kids at home. Son, text in with your pagers if you think they're Charmeleon. I'm the Dragon King Bahamut. I confer honor upon those whose strength and courage are true. Return to me with a token of your courage, son. A token, he says. Boys, howdy. Alright. There's no treasure in this actual room. We can't take Bahamut's people shit right in front of him. Alright. Boys, this is the bad one. This is the one you don't want to live on. You gotta march through a fucking swamp. I guess dragons could fly. Are you? Some of you gonna become Charizards? Once there was in the Northland. He's talking about when they had technology and shit. Spoilers, by the way. I'm real curious what the fucking Sky Castle, quote unquote, is gonna look like. It better be a cool space station. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Sakaguchi, who had no involvement in this, I guarantee. No love of senseless killing. Well, you're lucky I'm here then. Jesus. Who's going to take care of business? I guess that's true. You need an airship. Couldn't you, like, moor your boat a little ways offshore and, like, take a little boat to the shore? Do you need a port? To park a boat necessarily? I'm not a nautical man, but I'm just saying. Who lives over here by themselves in this little one like an asshole? Is it you? What do you do all day? Man and Dragon Land. Well, what about right this second? Son, we could hang out in your depressing Hikikomori Dragon Cave. There's a pun in there with Ryu. Hakika Ryu. That's what they call them. It's common Japanese parlance. The fact that I'm having to explain it to y'all is embarrassing. You're like, yeah, it is embarrassing, but maybe not in the way you're thinking. I'm like, well, I'm glad we agree on something. All of this shit is mine. I don't even need this. Well, do I need this money? I guess I do have growing mages, son. Mages outgrow their spells quicker than fucking teenagers outgrow their tennis shoes, boys. You're in there at a magic shop every 3 months. Got to get some kind of new Raja. I thought the Aura was supposed to be the upgrade. Magic spells are like video game consoles. I think I've told this story before, but this is an honest to God true story. I used to work a long time ago in like a mom and pop video rental store. And there was a kid that frequently came in there and rented PlayStation games. And I remember one day he was in there with his mom and she was angrily asking me why his PlayStation can't play PS2 games. And I had to be like, well, man, you know, it's a new console. It's more powerful. And I didn't even get what backwards compatibility is when she just proceeded to tell me about it. It was a scam, son. And she just angrily left. Son, I'd like to think at some point in the interim, like 20-something years, that she's come to know true peace and what the fuck backwards compatibility is. I didn't even get a chance to be like, oh, well, why don't you just put an 8-track in your CD player? Ooh, I win. Wait, I was supposed to say that the other way. No, come back. Come back, angry lady. Okay. I was flying around trying to decide if we're just... That's the Castle of Ordeals that we need to go to. So what you could do is if you ride your boat across the ocean, which is a somewhat annoying voyage because you're just blowing up Sahagins and shit along the way, you can get out in a canoe right here and just walk right over, have the best time. But if you want to land the airship, you got to land it over here to the ass end of nowhere. Boys, talk about lovely. Alright, what's our situation like? I believe everybody... You've got level 8 magic charges, but you can't even learn level 8 magic. This is getting ridiculous. We got to get this crowd class upgraded. Alright, I'm not going to waste any time going back to town or anything. We got tents and potions and ethers. We stay up all night to get lucky, boys. Monster Energy, one hand, Red Bull in the other. Also remember that magic, like limiting our magic castings is an illusion because we bought like 99 ethers. So there's no reason not to just cast shit. Like right then, that shouldn't even have been a Blizzara. I only cast that because I like how it contrasted with the desert background. But it should have just been Thundaga. The crowd's real excited. Okay. Why did I open the menu? I was sitting there trying to figure out why I opened the menu and I realized I didn't genuinely know. Which meant it was for naught. Basilisks. I see. Have you met Thundaga? Have you met Zushchan? Don't turn people to stone, you shit heels. He's already behind in XP, boys. He's the one that needs help. It's like that time Reese got Malcolm to write that paper for him and that hateful teacher that hated Reese just failed him anyway. And when their mom found out, she's like, oh, I'm mad at everybody. Most of all my husband. And he's like, what did I do? One of these days, Lois, I'm going to break, and it's not going to be good. And the audience all claps. They're like, he said the thing. Almost. All right, what are we doing? Oh, we got to turn that boy unstoned. I was too busy spinning the yarn for y'all. Gold needles. Ooh, he's tickled. Okay. It's like that time. Remember the Super Mario World comic that was in Nintendo Power and later released as its own comic book? Mario gets turned to stone. And the way they unstonify him is to get the Master of Massage, the Mushroom Kingdom Master of Massage, and he, like, massages Stone Mario for several hours and he turns back to normal. It's a very odd way that they basically went about explaining why Mario was indisposed while certain events were happening. What an odd comic. Alright, I'm here. Who the hell are you? The dragons didn't say there was some old man sitting outside asking for shit. We had to stop and acknowledge him. Music's somewhat sorrowful. Thrones teleport you into Castle of Ordeals. Alright, the Pillar Maze. The secret of the Pillar Maze is you always take the bottom option, I believe. Oh no. Mummies and King Mummies. That's fucking hilarious. Firaga for the gentleman. King Ramses here is complaining that it's a bit nippy here in the Castle of Ordeals. Let's indulge him in fiery hell. And that's how you do it. Boosh. God, the poor crowd that play the randomizers and do those races. These pillar teleports are randomly linked. And they'll get stuck in there for like 7 or 8 minutes just caught in a loop. It's tragic. I could use quick saves to help cheese this. But where would be the honor and justice in that? This crowd again? And I even get a preemptive strike? I'm telling you. Pattern recognition. I'm going to Firaga just one of them because spell charges are made up. Drew Carey sitting at a desk telling you how many spell charges you have. Okay. This one's tricky. Always pick the lower one, come on. No whammies. No whammies indeed. Horned Devils. I see. I suppose I could rain electric hell death down on y'all. Oh look, they cast AoE. How charming. They can't even run away from us when they beheld the sight of. Those are just gargoyles with a different skin color. I just realized. Palette swapping enemies. Sakaguchi. It's shameful. Okay, let's just cast some cures on this crowd. They deserve it. They put up with a lot of nonsense. The Zeus Gauntlet is right inside that chest, but also monsters. Normally there would be a spike encounter right here. Excuse me, the makers of Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, but I don't know if you're aware of this, but that chest has the Zeus Gauntlet in it, and not a potion. Are you familiar with Final Fantasy 1? Nope, he's undead, he gets fire. You won't even get a chance, son. The Ice Brand humbled him. Alright. Oh no, we almost stepped into that one. I believe it's the one at the ass end of the world. King Mummy's back. Everyone thought King Mummy had left the Castle of Ordeals kingdom, but then his doom ship attacked. King Mummy was back. Didn't even get all the way through my parody of the Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3 opening. We've almost made it. Boosh. I was a fool, and you all knew. You all watched helpless as I did it. Which one is it? It's the one before that then. Okay. Well, I know what I'm doing now. I'm learning. This is what Bahamut wanted to teach me. Son, you got to earn that shit. Ambush just so you could slap my red mage. Slap my red mage! When y'all are doing your Final Fantasy TMVA Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster OC mixes, feel free to use that for one of them. A big cure for the big boy red mage. Okay. This music's real dreary. I always thought like the original NES version of Castle of Ordeals music It was like... It had like an elegance to it, but it was also somewhat sorrowful. Like it was oppressive, but not in like a fearful way. It was more emotional than that, son. The crescendos, the leitmotifs. So, that's when you decide that you're going to raise your rank on the Counter-Strike server all the way up to 1, boys. By being elite hacksaw, son. That's your leitmotif. Okay. I'm very confident that it's... oh no. Hopefully y'all haven't noticed that my confidence waned for a brief moment. I'm not going to say. I'm just going to... Oh no, they can insta-kill you when they hit you. Why didn't anyone warn us? Why don't we have pro rings? Why don't we have pro rings? We have the airship. I could have gone and bought pro rings. I'm a fool. Luckily the red mage leveled. I've got Phoenix down. I somehow remembered. Boosh, boosh. Everybody gets potions. Everybody gets full HP. Where are my aethers? There. Everyone's prepared. This one. It seems that I am the biggest fool of all. Now Mr. T is going to have to fight me. A lot of character growth here in the Castle of Ordeals. We're earning that good shit. Yes, sir. That's out, son. By the book, Horn Devil killing. Everybody's leveling up. We're going to be so forged when we class upgrade. I don't believe it's the one in that little alcove. And I say that with fullest confidence. Look at these Catmans lunging towards us. It's a very dynamic pose to draw that enemy like sprite in. Thundaja doesn't impress. Rakshasas. They can cast Thunder One. This is adorable. Damn, that's low damage too. Crowd's tough, but are you Fire Raja tough? Everyone's getting slowed. Black Mage don't give a shit. You can't slow magic. You killed him with a 15 damage hit. Like you just glanced against the side of him. You didn't even hit him with the sharp part of the sword. He's got the flame sword, doesn't he? He's a flame sword lord, what they call him on the forum. He's always posting, he's like, whatever. Yeah, Goku and Superman, both of them would lose to me and my cool flame sword. And they'd be like, this fucking guy, every day. We're trying to have a diplomatic anime comic book argument, and you've got to come in here every time. Black Mage always goes last. It's the only thing that's fair for the rest of the party. The moment he class upgrades, we're going to teach him Flare. Well, maybe not the moment. It would be more optimal to get the Rosetta Stone first. Woo, baby! The correct teleporter. It was so obvious the whole time. Here we are. Very good. There's going to be a man standing inside this door. That's a forced encounter. Alright, the mages should work together to burn this crowd up. Once again, you can't slow magic. Well, ain't you just real fancy curing yourself? Boys, that's so sad to watch. Such low melee numbers. Wow. Black Mage gave so much of a shit about that Thunder one. Woo, yeah. Come on, Red Mage. Show off. Be cool. Oh, God. Red Mage, please. Maybe they're just resistant to all magic. If you throw enough at it, you can resist it for a little while. But it'll peck you down over time, boys. Death by 1,000 cuts, as they say. That gets everybody pretty much up where they need to be. Alright. Because there was a spike tile inside of here in the original. Yep, there he is. A pooping and a shuffling. He's like, let me at him. Woo! He's going to do that thing where he holds his fist up and he's like, see this? And points at like his muscle, and then he takes his other hand and backhands you with it, son. I've seen Curly do it many a time, and he always gets away with it. People were so much less bothered by getting hit in the face with like all kinds of shit, apparently, back in the 30s, according to the Three Stooges. Nightmares are weak to ice. That's why I keep a big fucking cup of it right beside my bed. The moment my eyes open, if I see any sort of visage looming over me, son, I just slat that cup of ice. The healing staff is actually really fucking useful. Because, spoilers, our red mage can't learn AoE heals. That's just something you got to give it. When you have to sign a waiver when you agree to be a red mage. Yeah, I don't feel like dealing with that crowd. So we're just going to run away. We're the heroes. I guarantee it. Ruby armlet. You look like a feller could use a ruby armlet. Boom. Ice brand. Son, you can make an ice brand milk pie. Okay, and steel gloves. I think they're steel, not as good as my mithril gloves. They're not. Now, the Zeus Gauntlet should be in one of these chests then. Because in the original game, they had linked chests that if you took the treasure out of one, it wouldn't be in the other. I don't know why, other than to infuriate you. Or maybe it'll be like, it's more realistic. Not every treasure chest has treasure in it. Sometimes they're empty. Like your wallet, unless you're ZZ Top. Then your wallet will remain quite obese. That thief's always sleeping during battle, son. It's shameful. And then he gets up and dances like he did something. Look who's catching up with the party. Okay. Monsters in a box. Clay golems. It's a good name for like a professional wrestler. Clay golems. Sounds like he'd be a heel. But the crowd would love him so much. There they are, the gauntlets. They don't have Zeus in the name. But they cast Thundera. And anyone can use them. So ideally you want to drag them like all the way up. Same thing with the healing staff. Because anyone can use that too. There you go. Cottage cheese. Money. More money. Oh boy, I could feel that good shit coming. Do I fight you? Nope, I got to beat the zombie dragons before I'm allowed to get my reward. Oh no, Medusas attack you sometimes. Right before you can get to the rat tail. I told them when they zoned the Medusa brothel in the town from Ishizoku Reviewers to be right across the street from the Burmesian brothel. It's going to be a problem. I got to fight off a bunch of gangly snake women just to get to the rat wives. Son, it's all going to shit. Zombie dragons can get all burned up. Lord help me, the fighter spared that one from the fire. Boosh. I let the music play because we just earned the good shit, boys. Boys, we did it all for the rat tail. I'd do it again. 10 times. I would walk 500 Castle of Ordeals, and I would walk 500 more. Okay. Nope, we can't ever use that auto sword again, because if we do, we have to manually move that shit back to where we have it. So that's the curse of sorting your inventory for battle convenience. Let's just sleep in a damn cottage. I mean, how many more chances are we going to get to do it? Look at this cool little capsule house, son. It's like we're on Namek. Somebody go in the ocean and get one of them big old crabs, and we'll cook it up. Basculus. I see. my ice brand. Even the red mage doesn't even give a basilisk time of day. We sat in a canoe for 1 second. It was like that little river that Little John is guarding in Robin Hood Men in Tights. And we just very sarcastically set up the canoe and like all stepped in it and then stepped out of it. And we're on the other side of the quote-unquote river. The desert. I want one more desert battle. I want to miss you like the deserts miss the rain. You crowd look real fucking lovely to deal with. I bet the blizzards hurt you. Blocked. Deal with it. The mages leveled up. It's good to see it happen. Anyone know where we parked the airship? In the grassy fields and meadows. I ain't going nowhere to sleep at the inn. We're going straight to the Bahamut. We'll walk in. We won't even have to show him that we got the rat tail. He'll be like, oh, I could tell. The moment the door opened, I could tell. It wafted over me. Look at him running, so excited, so naive. God, I hope we look cool after the class change. Now, if you remember in the original, let's take a last look at this fucking crowd. So in the original, when the fighter well, the main difference when you class upgraded was you didn't have a big, like, family circus Funko Pop head anymore. Your SD proportions became more like normal humans. That was the biggest change, but the fighter just became like a more stout version of himself. Like he didn't have any ornate headgear or a cape like they give him in the remakes. So I'm curious if they're just going to make him more swole or if he's going to be more regal to go with his knightly, aka paladin-esque nature. The thief, of course, is one of the most drastic changes because he turns into the ninja. In the original, he was red. But in the origins and such, I believe he's green. So I'm curious if he's going to be red or not. The red mage, when he became the red wizard, was just a more boisterous red mage. Kind of like the fighter. Like, he's just became more stout and of good stature. But, of course, the black mage was as dramatic as the thief to the ninja, if not more. Because, like I said earlier, it's like the only time he's ever took that hat off, and he was like so spiky haired. You know he was the protagonist of some anime that we're not seeing off screen. You know he's living in like a tiny Tokyo apartment, and then a mysterious girl from another dimension shows up and starts living with him. Some all kinds of antics, and he's trying to get into Tokyo University, boys. Their magic program, of course. So I'm real curious what we're going to end up with. All right, sir. Hold on, I have to examine the key item. A token of valor and strength. You're damn right. Okay, here you go, boys. Boys, I had a genuine fucking hype moment. Something I ain't felt in a very long time while playing a video game. When I saw that crowd change and saw, look at that, it's like we're playing Final Fantasy 1, but slightly more newer. Look at the cool fucking black mage. Oh my god. That's it. Put him in the front of the party. Boosh. I guess we'll look at the other two. Yeah, he's the red suited ninja. That's a regal ass man right there, boys. Hey, I'm sorry I couldn't see you over my cool spiky anime hair. I gotta get home before my elf alien girlfriend from another dimension starts worrying about me and becomes tsundere. She's a little heavy on the soon these days. I gotta get to that rich dere center. Alright, we're the warriors of fucking light now, boys. Nobody can do. We finally can go in the pub and not get carded. God, I remember the day that the first time I went to the grocery store to buy like Yinglings or whatever, and like the girl ringing me up, like it didn't even cross her mind to ask for my ID, and I was like, oh yeah, my beard is like 50% gray now. All right, where are we even flying? Oh, we gotta teach this crown magic. All kinds of good shit has been laid bare. Let's go back to Corneria. Let's show off to the Princess Sarah and the King. They're like, halt! Who goes there? We're like the Warriors of Light. They're like, nay, the Warriors of Light? Why, they're a plucky rapscallion bunch. I tell you, just little fellers. Why, a squirrel could be compared to them and their stature. But you're regal, cool anime gentlemen. How dare you impersonate the Warriors of Light? Okay, first things first. Get me to town. How many spell charges that crowd got? Probably none. Cannot use magic. Okay, so we can't start teaching them shit. So they're going to have to level up. That's the problem with leveling so much before you class upgrade if you're a proper min-maxer. Although I think their spell charges cap out at like 3 or 4. And he only gets up to level 3 white magic, and he only gets up to level 4 black magic. So it's not a huge deal. I just wanted to show off is all. But we can teach. We're going to fill all the magic slots. We haven't filled on these two. So, to Provoca. We're doing our magic pub crawl, son. We're hitting all the magic shops, boys. All the way up to level 8, potentially. Alright. My boy here has become a black mage. Full-grown ass black mage. What are we going to teach him? Blinds enemies with darkness. Reduces all enemies' numbers of attack. We'll go with dark because it sounds cooler. Oh yeah. He wanted that dark stout, son. He wants a magical drink at the pub. He got us one last time. That motherfucker right there got us. Okay. What's next, lads? We all need some level 3 magic. Well, 2 of us do. We're dragging the knight and the ninja on this magic pub crawl, son. They're like, oh boy, another magic shop. Okay, what do you all know? He's got the 2 elementals. He's got Fyra and Cura. We should probably teach him whatever the elemental protection spell at this level is. Null Blaze. We can also teach that to the knight once he gets some spell charges. Oh, we could actually have already been teaching them the spells. They just wouldn't have the charges yet. Is that correct? I really am the biggest fool of all. Mr. T and the Foo Fighters were correct to set upon me. There we go. Alright, so we are going to swing back by Provoca, which means that motherfucker's going to trap me down that one tile-wide alley again. I can't get away from him. Oh, are you still wearing a straw hat on your head? Really, dude? Really? Man. You got to come with me tonight. We got to get you some rat tail. Look, the ninja does a little jump when he can learn a spell. He's so excited. Lowers evasion of all enemies. Paralyzes one enemy. I could lower some evasion. Boosh. We could teach the ninja hold. So, Fyra, Thundera, and hold. There you go. Whew. I didn't know this magical pub crawl was going to be such an adventure in menu management. Alright, level 4 magic. Who's got what? You just have Blizzard and Haste, and you just have Blizzard and Haste. So, let's get Null Frost on you. Oh yeah, that's right. The Knight can't go above level 3 magic. Why can't the Knight? These are all real good spells for a Knight. They're like all assisting spells, but no. He's too knightly. He's too standard issue, like knightly. Okay. So, we want you to have Blizzara. That's the highest level elemental spell he can learn. We want you to have Haste. Between Confuse and Sleep, we're going to teach one to the Black Wizard and one to the Ninja. Ninjas seem more like they would put you to sleep. Black mages, or black wizards in this case. God, I need a sip of beverage. I got overwhelmed by magic explanations. Let's refill our items before we forget to do that. Your sundries, please. I request a hot fudge sundry. It's still a good joke. I don't need to buy ethers right now. If we get below like 30, I'll start buying ethers. Alright, back to Provoca. Now that we got the ninja and the knight to agree that they don't have to drive home, they can just leave their cars at the Cornelia Magic Pub, they decided to start going on the Magic Pub crawl with us. Right on the Magic Pub crawl. No, sir, I'm coming from this direction this time. Just this once. You're lucky I don't know warp. I can learn warp. I completely forgot. Okay, the best thing to give you here is Null Shock, Invis, Silence, because, I mean, you could just use an eye drop for that. Alright, what is our red? Oh, we've already taught him 3 spells, so it doesn't matter. Alright. Look at him getting warmed up. Dying to start walking down that alley. Please. Taking his time, stopping to tie his shoe. Okay. Temper. He knows dark, so you'll know slow. There we go. Alright, back to Cornelia. Don't you fucking do it, you smug ass fucking NPC. Go up. Whew, Lord help me. Get me out of this fucking town. May I never step foot in this blighted fucking seaside shanty town. Level 1 magic. We gotta install level 1 magic. Knights and ninjas delivery. We've got to learn these level 1 cure spells. We got to learn these blink TVs. Okay. And my boy here, you know he needs fire. You know he needs thunder. You learned focus, so you can learn sleep. There we go. We got everything covered. Is everyone good on below level 5 magic? Yes. I wish he could learn one more level 3 spell, damn it. Just to fill the chart out. Alright, we got to hit up Melmond. Melvin's going all to shit, but they still got a magic pub. I intentionally didn't walk out of the top exit of town just to prove a point. And that point is that I didn't think to do it until I was closer to the bottom exit of town. I'd like to think we all learned something from that little fiasco. Alright, who's getting what? Well, let's start with the Black Wizard, because he just learns Black Magic. Okay. So he just knows Fyraka, correct? So, Scourge, Slow, Teleport. Well, I know I want Teleport on at least one of them. If not both. We get a sword that casts Scourge. Are we going to use... Tell you what, I'm going to put Scourge and Teleport on you. Put Slower on you. Because with Ethers, we'll have as many castings as Teleport as we could ever want, so it doesn't matter. As always. Because I don't think we gave up any kind of level 5 white magic that would be so necessary. What? Maybe the life spell? That would be useful. But it would be more useful than slowing the enemy's number of attacks. Because we can use Phoenix Downs. I assume life brings you back with more HP, but at this point in the game, you'd probably just be one shot anyway. So I'm not going to worry about it. That's more a white mage or white wizard spell. Thank you, sir. Alright, level 6. Crescento Lake Magic Pub is calling us. Oh god, we just can't steer the airship. We're getting there. We're getting there. Hey guys, remember us? We're grown-ass men now, and grown-ass men require grown-ass magic. Alright, who's getting what here? You just have nothing, and you have Thundaga. Let's see what white magic we want. Exit is... yeah, we definitely want that, and we want Invizara. Maybe I won't teach him any black, because I'd like Proterra as well. I mean, what would be the magic he could learn from the black magic? Let's see. Here, let's put a pin in the red mage real quick. I'm just going to keep calling them red mage, black mage. It's so much easier to say. Thundaga, Death, Quake, Stun. That sounds like one super attack you would do in like Naruto. So let's see. I think Death and Quake. Thundaga on the red mage or the red wizard. I mean, we know he doesn't do a lot of elemental damage, but even later in the game, it might be better to have him AoE to assist the black mage in killing all the enemies. So I would be giving up Proterra. I think we'll be alright. I'm going to do a black mage or a black spell sandwich. 2 slices of white spell with a black spell right in between. Only red mages get to enjoy such a luxury. Okay. Oh, don't forget our ninja can equip good shit now. So take that ice brand and give that to him. He's getting hand-me-ups now. Let's see. You've got the ice armor, which means you should have the flame shield so you cover both types. Which means we can give you the flame armor and an ice shield. We'll throw the ruby armlet on my boy here. You can now wear... he could wear the gauntlets that cast Thundera, but then nobody else could use them to cast the spell in battle. Yep, we saved some gauntlets for our ninja, if you recall. We made a big to-do about it. He'll just be wearing a ribbon at some point, so it doesn't matter. What is headpiece? We need to get you a pro cape. I'm pretty sure there's one in the Sky Castle. As the kids know it as. Alright, cool. We got any shit to sell? So, we don't need these or this anymore because he's got the good shit. We'll keep the worm killer just for collection purposes, for hoarding purposes, just because you can't buy it later. We don't need that anymore. Don't need these anymore. Or you. Cool, cool, cool. You're welcome, sir. Okay. Now we can go up to one of the... oh, we got in a battle, like, stepping on the air. Shit, that's crazy. Oh, this is the first time we get to see their new, like, dynamic poses and shit. Everybody melee first. My god, he just came out swinging. The ninja. He's finally learned how to properly dab. Son, you kids can finally relate to him. When's Final Fantasy 1 Ninja getting added to Fortnite for the kids? They'll be mashed potatoing before you know it, son. The Charleston might even get busted out. Level 7 magic. We gotta go to Onrak? Is that the name of the town? Let's get a cat claw for our black wizard. It's a cool dagger that he gets to equip. That's all for him, baby. And they sell that shit here. Nobody talk to me till I have a cool knife. That's me when I lock myself in my room during Thanksgiving. My family's like, he's in there opening Counter-Strike loot crates. There's some knife in there that he wants. He said he could buy a house if he gets it. You could tell I recently watched Emperor Lemon's new video about rare items. Okay, now that we got cat claws. Now that we've seen that this kitten's got claws. Let's keep going. We definitely want Blizzagas. Just in case somebody says something humorous in our studio apartment. so that the audience can all laugh and clap. I just realized we don't have enough money to buy any more magic. The magic pub crawl got real expensive real quick. Okay, I can't learn any of this good shit anyway, so it doesn't matter. Dead to me. There's actually a level 8 magic shop hidden up here in the woods. In the original, you had to walk around like ass end and come up this way, I believe. What you got to say, dungarees, man? Oxgale. Sounds like some kind of eternal darkness rune world. I like that the two of you, like your shop, you hang out together. Stop, warp, kill. It's another fucking Naruto attack. Yeah, we can't learn any of this fucking shit. Why even tease me with it? So who, like, do each of you get to put, like, certain things on one half of this shelf? Like, over here's a pack of nabs, but over here's a pack of them little vanilla cookies that Lance also makes, son. It's hard to choose between them. One's salty, one's sweet. Depends on how you're feeling at the time. Alright, I gotta go make money. And the best way to make money is to just start saving the world. That's the Warriors of Life. That's what they call themselves. I'm gonna say it's the Warriors of Light's self-help book they're gonna put out after they finish this adventure. They call themselves the Warriors of Life. They're like, we're gonna teach you how avoiding infinite time loop apocalypses can make your wallet extra fat. It's ZZ Top's secret, son. You think they ain't going through a few time loops and save the world from some rapscallion knights that turned into chaos? You know, every member of ZZ Top would be a red mage. Like, it's the only class that could be regal enough for it. Okay, so let's go to the Sea Shrine next. She shines sea shrines by the seashore. It took genuine effort to bellow that out for y'all. Alright, where are we going to park? I'm going to park right here. Should we go into the cave and see the robot first? Yes, because I believe there's a ribbon in there, is there not? That's good headgear. Anybody who knows Final Fantasy heard me say ribbon, and they're like, what? What's that? Ribbon? That's the good shit in Final Fantasy. If your dog plays classic Final Fantasy and heard me say ribbon, like his ears perked up, like you said, who wants a treat? So if you're watching Tenfey with your dog, did your dog respond to that? He's like, did you hear Tenfey? Because I know the answer to his question. Why are you all in here in a cave, you crowd of fucking mummies always bothering me? Did you see how dignified the red wizard was standing? The black wizard, he's got that shit ready. Just hold up one hand. You're basically Jesus. I like how overly dramatic the ninja is, son. Like, even the red mage is more humble. Also, I like that the red mage is apparently sleeveless. Because when he puts his arms up, you can see, like, the edge of his white tank top sticking out from under his, like, red shirt, son. He likes to let his pits breathe. Son. I'm sure Mithra red mages are the same way. Okay. And all burned up. If you let the boy get a turn. They couldn't do it. They'd had enough of being upstaged by magical madness. This place is real foggy for being inside of a cave. Is that even possible? Clay Golem's back, baby. From the top of the turnbuckle, boys. Blizzaga. Boys, Clay Golem damn near killed him. No, it didn't. JR, it did. Just a little bit of damage. You might be overselling this fight, boys. Nightmare Booster. This place shall become your grave. They don't even realize it. Nope. You escaped Icy Hell. Well, then again, they got killed by ice brands, so they couldn't escape Icy Hell. Icy London, Icy Hell. Still a good joke. Don't even acknowledge them. Just obliterate them with fire magic and move on. Be the bigger mage. Man, he got the shit slapped out of him. Oh, the Black Wizard. No, don't even try. Just say Black Mage. Was like intentionally waiting to obliterate all of them until the Red Mage got slapped once. They're such bitter rivals, but good secret good friends. Yeah, that's a little... The Red Mage can't help his overly theatrical roots and still has to stand in an unnecessary... Of course, I like the knight up there standing at the let me at him pose. It does my heart good. Oh, I can't talk to a robot because there's another little shimmy shammy man in a bathrobe. He's like, yeah, listen here, see? You're going to fight mummies, yeah. Powerless. A wise guy, eh? Don't turn my people into statues. Statues. Don't turn my people into statues. Don't do it. Resist. Okay, good. They're all burned up. That's why I always bring a Black Mage with me when I'm going to the Burmesian brothel. Because when those Medusas start coming out, trying to work their wiles, I can just point them at them and shake an AoE spell out of them. I have been waiting. Take this cube. You need to learn how to control your cap locks, buddy. We must have been real good boys, because we got the warp cube. Oh, excuse me, I need to get in that chest. Get that out of my way. That staff cast confused. That's the ribbon. Who gets the ribbon? The first one. I'm giving it to the Red Mage. I know. I could see everybody rolling their eyes at my Red Mage bias. Oh yeah, the Defender's a real good sword. It casts Blink when you use it, but it's also just a good sword. Boosh. Which means you can have the hand-me-down Ice Brand. You can wear the gauntlets that cast Thundera. That's crazy. Oh, fuck it. Just put them on. If we're at the point where we're having to rely on those spell items, we're in dire straits. Warp or Exit. Both will take us out of here. We'll warp. Just this once. Warp away the worries with a teleport. And now we're back outside. Just pumped full of adventure. One white crocodile. I'd feel bad for it if it wasn't an enemy that I had to kill. Justifiably so, of course. Now we can go to Onrak, which is right up the road from here. How convenient. Don't scratch me. Should I go buy everybody ruby armlets before I go in here? Nah, I don't think it's that big a deal. There's a shit pot of good knight-only armor in here, the Opal set. Or I believe they changed it to Diamond set in later incarnations when they had more spaces for letters. I think we're good on items. What do you got to say? Look at my legs. Aren't they wonderful? Gee whiz, lady, you try to get me in trouble. I ain't about to have my Twitter inbox blow up. Saber and Blind. Saber makes you real powerful, but it's only self-cast. So you know we're eventually going to have to teach it to him so that he can buff himself up and start doing good damage with that cat claw. You can actually learn Null Death. Well, there's no reason not to. Alright, let's rest up at the end. And then we're going to go in there and show them what for. Oh no, wait! We can't do any of this. We need Ox Yell. I can hear you all Ox yelling at your monitors. I believe we need 50,000 to buy the bottle. So let's go out here and kill some crowd. And earn a little bit of spending money. This crowd ain't worth no spending money. Let's go up to the desert area. Well, I mean, not this desert area, the good one. It's like the good Denny's. I've never actually been in a Denny's. I think the closest one to here is in Jacksonville. Good God. If I'm driving to Jacksonville, I'm just going to go to Popeyes. Or Hooters. Like a gentleman. What the hell are we flying around looking for? Oh yeah, make the map big. Over here, in this desert, you can fight them Tyrannosauruses. And they're like one of the best experience grinds, if nothing else. Look at this one little patch of desert that looks different. Why is that, huh? Internet mysteries. The Final Fantasy iceberg explained these fucking things ain't worth nothing. Just the fact that they appeared on my screen has deeply upset me. I think you can actually fight these same enemies over here in the woods if you just hang out near the desert. Like the encounter table is made up of big squares. The world map is not a big rhombus. It's a series of squares, you see, what you encounter. Oh, those things hit hard. I guess we do have, like, mid-tier armor on when you think about it. What is the most lucrative spot to grind money in the original Final Fantasy? Okay, this is not working, because these Berettas, or the desert Berettas, they give you, like, 1 gil as a fuck you. Alright, we chose poorly. And we were humbled for it. I deserved it. I'll tell you what, the easiest thing to do is go in here and get rested. We'll sleep all night to get rested. That's the follow-up to Daft Punk's Get Lucky that not many people know about.